Hi, my name is Beth, and you're listening to the Cannabis Fitness and Nutrition Podcast, where we are hanging out at the intersection of fitness, nutrition, and cannabis. Thank you so much for pressing play today. I'm super excited that you're here because that tells me that you're also interested in cannabis for your fitness and your health and how it all works together. And that's exactly what we talk about here. We are like 116 episodes deep. So if you're new here, I highly suggest going back through and seeing topics that interest you and taking a listen. Covered everything from, just cannabis basics, how to choose cannabis to, even some more nuanced things. Like right now, I've been talking a lot about the munchies and how everybody thinks about it wrong and how, the munchies are highlighting the way food tastes and making it taste fantastic and making it more appealing, but it's not driving you to actually dial the phone for the pizza. It's not making you open Uber Eats, right? There's a step in there that's missing that we can fix. So anyway, if you're not new here, if you're back, thank you so much for checking in today. Before I get too off on tangents, I'm going to talk about 420 today because 420 is next week. Today is Wednesday and 420 is on Monday. So it's super exciting, but why? Right? Why? Why is it exciting other than it's turned into Cannabis is Black Friday, which is fine, right? That's fine. Every industry needs a holiday, but it's deeper than that. It's deeper than just, you're going to get gummies on sale or, there's going to be a buy one, get one free, a flower, yeah, that's cool. But just a little backstory, and I'm going to give you the abridged version because that's the part I know, and there are some neat details. There's a podcast called Weed History, I believe, something like that, and so they've gone into some really neat details. But just so you have the gist of what 420 is, 420 it's not about the date. The reason that we call it 420, obviously, has been synonymous with cannabis for a long time, but it actually started out as a time, as in 4 p.m., 4:20 p.m., right? Like a time. This was the time that a group of friends met after school, and then they would smoke. So that's like the short version. The little bit longer version is that this started up in Northern California, where there are a lot of cannabis roots. There's a lot of cannabis history in Northern California. And, well, legend has it that this group of friends would meet after school to smoke cannabis. And the group of friends, they were called the Waldos, which I think is weird, and I don't remember why. But anyway, what happened to them one day was someone said there were people who were growing weed because you could grow it, right? But it wasn't legal. This is in the 70s. So it wasn't legal and they were still trying to put people in prison for it. So people grew it, but in this scenario, they grew it and it was like way out in the middle of nowhere. So the people who grew it gave this map to these kids, the Waldos, and said, if you can find it, you can smoke it. And so these kids met after school at 4:20 to get together and go find the weed and then smoke it. So again, that's the short version of it. There's a little more detail to it, but essentially that's where it comes from, right? It was a time that they got together, 4:20 after school, and that's what was the code that they used. They'd say, hey, 4:20, and they would know that meant that they were going to go meet up and smoke or go look for weed to smoke. So that's where it comes from. It comes from the actual time. And so, of course, I like to say, we've Americanized it and made it into a holiday based on the date, which it works for me. April 20th, I think that's great. It's an honor. It's honoring the history of cannabis. And what it's come to be today is, again, just an honorarium to the plant. Because, all of us that use cannabis, and again, it doesn't even matter if you're in it just to take a gummy to go to sleep, or if you're in it because you smoke all day, if you like to call yourself a stoner, or whether you are just using topicals, right? Doesn't matter. The point of the whole having it be a holiday is to unite everybody that uses it and appreciates it. Because if you use it and it's working for you, you probably have a deep respect for it, considering that it came from a plant that grows in the ground, right? Like, it almost feels like Mother Nature planted it for us, because it is so healing for so many people. And again, it ranges from, taking a gummy to go to sleep at night to, topical pain relief to, a more deeper, more consistent pain relief. You could be smoking all day and getting relief. You could be fighting an illness like cancer and having horrible side effects, and that's helping you deal with the side effects. It could be as simple as sleep, or it could be for anxiety and depression, a PTSD. There's amazing things coming out in research about just the value of cannabis in general when it comes to mental health. And I think that's fascinating. So, when you use it and it provides you relief, you develop an appreciation for it. And 420 is a way for the culture, the cannabis culture, the cannabis community to come together and celebrate and say, hey, we love this. This works. And that includes everyone, whether you're using THC and getting high, that's great. If you're using CBD and you just love that relief that you get from that, that's also great. You might be a CBG lover. One of the things I love about cannabis and the cannabis community is that it's so inclusive. Like, I don't care where you come from, what you do, what you look like. None of that matters. Our bond is the plant. And again, that deep appreciation for the fact that our medicine comes from the ground, which just makes it makes it so special to me. So I really hope that you feel the same. And I hope that your 420 is full of appreciation for what cannabis is or has done for you, and think of it as a way to, or in terms of like, how can you honor the plant? Use it, give it gratitude, it can be fun to make a ritual out of it if you have a cannabis ritual, where you just take it slowly with intention, not doing 8 things at once, but actually just consuming, and whether it's inhalation or you're taking a gummy, but just do that. Put your mind, be present for a moment while you take it. Give it the appreciation that it deserves, considering it's a plant that grows in the ground that has all this amazing medicinal value. So what you'll see on 420 now, because again, it's Americanized, commercialized, I guess is the better word, is you're going to see a lot of sales. I've already been getting tons and tons of emails. In fact, I'm probably going to even send one, because I'm going to have a special training on Monday. But getting a lot of sales, there was a buy one, get one gummy sale already that in my email. So yeah, but take advantage of that, because why not, right? They're going to discount it. They're just trying to promote it. But again, I think I don't want to lose the fact that we're promoting it because of the deep, deep respect we have for the plant and all the wonderful things that it does. So just like any day of appreciation, Mother's Day, Father's Day, all those days, let's all try to spend 420 just in deep appreciation for this plant, using it intentionally, whatever that means for you. Again, that's up to you. And just, maybe sharing it with a friend or with your own close cannabis community. Maybe it's a day where you plant your seeds and spend some time with the plant, or maybe you just take an extra minute while you're watering your seeds and just give it that appreciation, just like you would to your mother or your father on Mother's Day or Father's Day. Have some appreciation for the plant and just give it a thank you, because in some weird cosmic way, I feel like Mother Nature put it on the planet for a purpose, on purpose, to help us heal.